was particularly excited for this tour because 1. I didn't have to drive, and 2. I was going to learn a lot about Mauritius. Anil, our driver and tour guide, picked us up promptly at our hotel at 8:30 a.m. As my wife and I got to know him, we found him very pleasant and easy to talk to, very knowledgeable, and his English was very easy to understand. As we drove around to the different sites, we felt at ease enough to ask him all about Mauritius. We asked lots of questions, some of them personal questions about his background, his family, etc. The day was going along fairly well, until we hit a traffic jam in Chamarel because of a religious festival. We had to just park our car a mile away and walk to our lunch spot. It was really cool to walk through the festival and get a taste of local festivities. However, when we got to the restaurant, it was closed because of the festival. We had to find a different restaurant that was open. That caused our schedule to be delayed by 2 hours. When we got to the 7-colored earth, we had to rush through it a bit before starting our jeep safari. Once we got to the jeep safari, we found out it was fully booked and we weren't able to go. We ended up hiking to the raised walkway on our own in the pouring rain. We were annoyed at this because we felt the tour company should have booked our tickets in advance to reserve our spot. After that, to salvage the day, Anil took us on a scenic drive along the southwest before going back to our hotel. We got back around 6:30 p.m. Wow! What a long day. Glad we had a good driver/tour guide. Anil is great and we'd highly recommend him. We gave him a healthy tip for spending the long day with us and taking care of everything. We were warmly welcomed from our hotel reception by our driver and guide for the day, Hans. He then told us the itinerary for the day and any questions at any time he would answer. We had loads. Hans was very informative, explaining the traditions, heritage and religious understanding of the island to us. We visited first the Grand Bassin and statues of Shiva, with a full description of the various gods we were seeing. We then went on to Rochester Falls, which were a beautiful cascade from the lava. Also along our journey we visited an extinct volcano crater, now a lake of unknown depth, Grigri Beach, Lamond Beach. We had a truly traditional lunch, hamil to start with boiled noodles, mash and chicken to follow. We also tried a sponge dessert soaked in syrup, and then a vegetarian wrap with curry paste, baked beans and leaves. Yes, we ate a lot. We then went on to the Ebony Forest and a safari which included a guide along the canopy-raised walkway explaining about the forest project, then on to the 7-colored earth, which was beautiful and amazing at the same time. We finished our sightseeing with Alexandra Falls and the spectacular view of the gorge, then the drive home. In total it was an amazing day and we cannot thank Hans enough for his insight, friendliness and attempts at feeding us up. Thank you, and we highly recommend this tour. You learn so much, just ask. We had a super day on this tour with our guide Irshad. He met us promptly at the port gate and explained the itinerary. He had no problem altering it around to suit us. During the visits to the attractions he never hurried us and was courteous and friendly at all times. Lunch was excellent, a very tasty and filling 3-course meal. Loved the caramelized banana with ice cream. Irshad drove carefully at all times, particularly on the steep winding roads that form a large part of this tour. At the end, Irshad asked us if there was anything else we would like to see, and we asked if we could visit the citadel on the way back. Even though we had already had our 8 hours, Irshad agreed without hesitation and drove us there and spent more time with us. We would thoroughly recommend Irshad as a tour guide.